Hey, I want to show you something now. I'll give you a little bit of an advanced look at tomorrow's front page of the Indianapolis Star. This is the last edition of the Star, edited by Dennis Ryerson, who retired today after more than 40 years as a journalist. He led the Star during a time of great change and will leave a newspaper that is still in transition.
Let's get started. My last official news meeting.
The Star's daily editorial meeting looks pretty much the same as it always has. The difference these days is what happens afterward.
Digitally, what do we need? We're covering things as they happen, updating continuously, instead of waiting for one or two deadlines for the story. It's almost like continuous deadlines.
The news content goes on the Star website first. There's no holding back for the morning paper. For a guy who started his career in 1971, that's a huge shift in philosophy.
When I got in this business, the newspaper story wasn't really an official story unless it was in the newspaper.
As the business took him from the Midwest to the West Coast and then back again, Dennis Ryerson has bled newsprint.
Making all the fascinating ethical decisions that we all have to make and sorting things out. It's a great ride. And then meeting the most interesting people and being involved with interesting things. And no day is like the other day. It's just a great business.
And in the last decade, a rapidly changing one.
Most of the people have been moved downstairs temporarily.
The Star newsroom is in the middle of a major remodel, a metaphor for the changes over which Ryerson has presided since 2003. For one thing, his staff was about 260 people when he started. It's half that now. And the focus has changed. It used to be that the Star delivered news to customers when it was ready. Now the Star has to be ready when customers come to it to find out what's going on. The new newsroom will reflect that fundamental change.
This is what we're calling the iHub. And this is where our digital crew will be. And notice it's in the center of the room.
Because in the future, digital will be at the center of what they do. A plan put in place by Ryerson that will be carried out by someone else.
You know, I'm feeling more optimistic now than I was maybe a year or 2 years ago. And I think it's because we're figuring it out. If we think about what we can do to add value to the news instead of just reporting what we think is important all the time. All right, what else?
Thoughts of a man putting to bed his newspaper and a four-decade-long career for the last time.
Okay, it's been fun. Make it shine.
Ryerson is retiring from the day-to-day running of the newspaper, but he's not ready to sleep in late and play golf every day. He says he plans to take on a new role as an advocate for children, and he will likely write the occasional guest editorial for the Star.